Hey everybody, it's Goose with Antisteez.com, and I'm hanging out in the kitchen with Giorgio Rapicavoli. He is going to be opening up the eating house soon in the Gables, and he just won on Chopped, representing the 305. We are going to make fried chicken and waffles, but fancy. Tune in. So Antisteez is in the kitchen today with Giorgio. Giorgio, hello, thank you.
My pleasure, thanks for being here.
Giorgio is opening a restaurant called The Eating House, right?
Yeah.
And the reason that we met is because he was on Chopped and he won.
We did.
And basically he is a chef in the 305, and you know we rep the 305. So Giorgio?
The only way.
Giorgio was like, come to my kitchen, let's cook something.
It's lunch.
And what are we making today?
We're gonna make some chicken and waffles in an interesting way. We're actually gonna some really good grass-fed organic chicken, real nice. We're gonna make a little dry rub with some Cuban elements too. We've got some sazon completa that's gonna go into the traditional American.
Super Miami.
Yeah, we're gonna use some nice buttermilk waffles. We're actually gonna smoke the maple syrup, so it's gonna kind of pick up a little bit of a bacon taste. And then we're gonna make our own kind of homemade ranch, really, really heavy on the Tabasco.
Okay, so most of these ingredients, since you were touching on the 305 and El Sazon, all of these ingredients you can get just basically at your regular store.
Anyway, this is actually Florida chicken, so it's right around the corner.
Because you're into that, you're into cooking local and shopping local,
it's
right?
important. You know, it's important to like support the producers around us.
Exactly.
And, you know, we try to, as a chef, you know, we try to always want to go for the best, and you know, it's important to find that balance in between, you know, supporting what needs to be and really finding our duty to find the source what's out there.
Let's talk about, you were born and raised in the 305?
Born and raised, yeah.
And you are of Italian and Argentinian?
Yeah, Italian mom. My dad's from Argentina. Came here a long time ago. My dad actually used to like tour and give the crystal tours of the Keys when they were wrapped in pink. Yeah, so they met a long time ago at the travel agency. And so
you grew up here in our sunny, funny city.
Yeah, we
did. And how did that influence your upbringing, and especially in the kitchen? How did that influence your kitchen?
Well, Miami's got so many different cultures. You know, we've got Italians, Cubans, Latins, everybody's here. Everyone's here, from people from Nigeria to people from Ecuador. So it's tough to say, you know, there's a Miami food. We've got so many different cultural influences that that definitely shines through in the cooking. You know, I love Italian food. Obviously, it's my upbringing, but I like to mix it up a little bit. Not necessarily do a fusion of food, but influences no matter what. You know, there's always influential parts of people's cultures that has to do with our food. For example, you know, I was around sazon completa my entire life, so we're gonna put it into some fried chicken.
It's a staple in your kitchen. You can find it in everybody's kitchen.
Everyone's kitchen. You know, it's usually served on pork and lime and all that good stuff. So we're gonna throw it into some traditional American. We were raised around that too.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's got that good fried chicken smell already.
Oh, it does. Yeah. It smells delicious.
All right. So, lots of flavor. We got lots of hot sauce. We got Worcestershire. We got all different types. You can really end up putting whatever you want. I actually sometimes, it's a little sweeter, but I like to put a little barbecue sauce in the marinade. It's really nice too.
Gives it a nice little kick.
A little touch, yeah. It's a little
that should be the way it is in the kitchen, right?
Always.
People should just experiment and
that's the way it's gonna be.
And just get in there and try stuff.
Yeah, especially at the new restaurant, we're basically gonna go shopping and then we'll figure out what we'll make that day.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you know, it'll be cool. You know, you can come in on a Tuesday and come in on a Thursday and you might have a whole new menu.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
okay, so let's talk about the eating house and how that came to be. You went on Chopped.
I did,
yeah. Tell us about that experience first.
It was pretty awesome, you know.
Okay, so you were up against a lot of chefs that were a lot older than you, right?
Yeah, some were older than me. One of the cats had worked for a very, very famous chef for like 7 years. They were all really formally trained and stuff, and one of them was a little, you know, one was very exuberant, I guess we'd say.
Yeah.
So she was interesting to work with, but Chopped, it was awesome. It was a great experience, and it was fun to get to go out there and, you know, rep Miami a little bit.
And when you won,
I won.
You got really, I got emotional because when I was watching it, I was like, I'm so emotional right now because you thanked your mom, and that was for your mom. Growing up in the kitchen, I'm sure did your mom teach you how to cook?
Yeah, you know, it was definitely, she was my major influence. You know, she was a very, very talented, is a very talented cook still to this day. And
what was the first thing she taught you how to make?
Pasta pomodoro.
That's my favorite.
Classic tomato sauce, yeah. You know, she taught me the simplicity. Even like in culinary school, and they'd be like, "This is how you make tomato sauce." I'd be like, "No fucking way, that's not how you make tomato sauce." You know what I mean? Like, this is how you make tomato sauce.
I know how to make this.
Right.
I've been trained by mom. That's the best chef ever.
And that was like one of the signs that I was like, you know.
You didn't march to the beat of your own drum.
Yeah, exactly. You know, school, you know, it worked for some, and it doesn't work for the others, and this is just something that I've loved for so long and done for so long that I just really got to pursue my career at this great restaurant called Chispa, and I was there fortunately for 4 years, and I worked under some great people, and it just, you know, I went in as a 18-year-old cook doing 600-700 people a night, just getting my brains bashed in.
That's amazing.
Day in and day out, day in and day out.
Trial by fire and learning by experience.
That's the only way you're gonna learn how to play, man.
Exactly.
So it's been quite an adventure, and fortunately now, you know, Chopped gave me a little bit of extra money that I didn't have in the pocket. And
then now Eating House is happening.
Now Eating House is happening.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
All right, yeah. Eating House teamed up with my best friend, my brother, my roommate, you know, my consigliere.
Amazing, off your terms.
Yeah, you know. And we've been working together since Chispa, long time, and just gonna do our own thing, march to the beat of our own drum, and
when does it open? When can we?
We're gonna be opening up February 3rd.
Okay.
Right.
And I know that you guys can be really adventurous in the kitchen, and you were talking about buying all these fresh ingredients and just playing it by ear.
Right.
But will there be staples on the menu? What staples can we look forward to?
Staples is going to be difficult to find. You know, we've realized that we're going to be changing the menu so much that we're not going to be able to develop a signature dish. More so a technique.
Okay.
That you'll find. You will constantly find a panna cotta. You'll constantly find a braised item. You'll find something smoked. You'll constantly find a hot dish that should be cold. It'll always be
variety.
A variety, you know, we'll replace the dish in a sense, but it'll constantly have that same technique that we'll just develop and work with throughout the 6 months that we're going to be open.
And predominantly, will it be, you know, Italian? Will it be American? Will it be everything?
It'll be everything. We're just calling
Such an adventure. You know? Like, you go there and you never know what you're going to get.
You don't, you know, we're just, you know, Miami cuisine, I guess, is the way to do it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you know, it's the way Miami has Italians and Spanish and everyone. They've got everybody, you know, from Africa to Antarctica is in Miami, so that's what's going to be that's what our food's going to be like.
Amazing, like gourmet potluck almost.
That's
whatever happens, happens.
Whatever happens is a really good way to put it, and you know, who knows? The dish might change in the middle of service. You know, who knows? It's going to be interesting because a lot of the dishes aren't described as techniques or just the ingredients that are in the dish. So what we're planning on doing is if like there's 3 people at a table that all order the same dish, it'll all come out with different preparations of the same dish.
Beautiful.
The whole restaurant's going to be basically curated by an awesome graffiti artist from Miami. His name's Z. So I think you guys know him. Yes. So that's pretty cool too. You know,
that's
I'm really
awesome.
excited.
Because you're a sneakerhead. Hold on, time's out. Because at Antisteez, our CEO Lou is a sneakerhead fanatic. And when you were on Chopped, you were wearing J's, and I was like, wait a second, is he wearing J's?
Yeah, I was.
So you're a sneakerhead, and you love hip hop, and you love that kind of like Miami culture of it,
definitely.
Right?
You know, we're gonna have old school hip hop playing, and that's gonna be just the music going on. Really good and old school vibe, a lot of Tribe, a lot of Far Side, and then special nights where we're actually working with Good Droid, and we're gonna come up.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
you guys,
we're gonna
team
on
Twitter.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Magic of Antisteez, bring people together.
Thank
like
you.
That.
So we're gonna work on a night called Miami Bass and Miami Plates. So she's just gonna throw
awesome.
dirty bass at the restaurant, and you know, eat while there's just like your brains whomping everywhere. So it's gonna be
This sounds like a lot of fun.
It's gonna be fun.
You guys really need to check out the Eating House. It will be open February 3rd in Coral Gables in the same space as Cafe Ponce.
Cafe Ponce.
And let's get back to chicken, but I'm excited. I'm really excited to go to Eating House. You guys should too.
So the fried chicken's looking real nice. You can see it's starting to get a little crisp.
Okay.
And it's just doing its thing, cooking. It'll be a good, 15 minutes before it's ready. We really want to make sure that chicken's cooked.
Yes.
That's important.
That's important. No raw fried chicken.
No, we don't want raw fried chicken. That is never a good idea. Because that's how people get very, very sick.
Yeah. You can like it raw, but not when it comes to chicken.
Not with chicken. I'm all for undercooking meat. I'm all for even serving pork a little pink, but chicken is where we don't really like to mess around there. So now we're gonna do something a little that's not so traditional.
Unorthodox stuff in the kitchen. Oh no.
Unorthodox. We're gonna smoke our maple syrup.
Because earlier today, Giorgio, when we first got here, told me, "Oh, this right here, this is a smoking gun, and we're gonna use it."
Smoking gun.
And then I was like, "What are these guns?" I got really excited, and that's why.
That's why. This is like some pretty futuristic stuff here. This is invented by a company called Polyscience. They do all this wild food technology, like griddles that freeze instead of heat and controlled temperature for cooking. It's some pretty wild stuff that's out
rad.
there. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It definitely gets it's a different look for food, and we don't like to delve too crazy into it because that's some very precise food, and running amok where it can't be that intense. So,
You're like, it can't be crazy.
it can't be that crazy, but this is crazy enough for us.
Okay.
So, we've got some maple syrup that we threw into this little canister in here.
Okay.
Just a regular old fat, any container or anything with a top. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the smoke, and then you can hear the fan starting to run.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Oh my god, it's kind of like a bong.
It's like a very fancy vaporizer. And there's our smoke. So we're gonna fill up this with smoke. And fill up our kitchen with smoke.
Like,
and just turn it off.
we are not smoking.
This is applewood, I promise.
Maple with chronic.
Not. And you're gonna leave it just like that.
Although, please, all you smokers out there, enjoy this.
It would be delicious.
Can they do that? Can smokers do that?
Damn, this would probably burn a lot of it really quick, but yeah, this would work.
It'll give it the taste, but it won't get you high.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, what a magical moment that would be, right?
Give it that taste, depends what flavor you have.
So, you basically just want to let this sit for a minute or two, maybe, at the most. You don't want to go too crazy, because at the end of it, it'll just taste like a piece of charcoal.
This is the coolest thing ever.
Isn't that crazy? How
I
rad is
would
that?
love to have just this in my car and get pulled over and be like,
Well, it's hickory, sir.
smoking that hickory.
So, you know, it's just all that applewood smoke is coming out. And
It's gonna give this syrup a really nice taste.
it's going to end up tasting almost like toasted marshmallows.
That is amazing.
Try it out.
Alrighty.
Like if bacon and maple syrup had a baby.
Oh my god, that's exactly what just happened.
Yeah, there you go.
In this bottle. That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I want to drown in this. Like at the end of Titanic.
Yeah.
I just want to be like, don't let go.
I'll never let go, Jack.
I'm going happy. That's so delicious.
Awesome.
Oh,
Cool.
I'm sorry for all of you that are not eating this right now, but let me tell you, we're going to eat really well
You're
today.
gonna munch.
So ideally, this is a dish that you could whip up in your kitchen and yeah, ideally pretty quickly.
Pretty quick and fun, and you know it's a younger, it's a you know.
This is good hangover food. Can I say
good,
that?
It is good hangover.
If
food.
you are hungover, this is perfect stuff for you to be making on a Sunday because it's got good protein, it's got a lot of fat, and you will survive.
And you'll be happy.
And you'll be like, thank God for Giorgio.
Ah, that's right. So, chicken and waffles.
Oh my God! I want this to be my Christmas card. It's so beautiful. So, this is how you create art out of soul food, because essentially this is what soul food is.
Essentially.
And let's just say this. Let's say you had a fancy night out on Saturday, you had a lot to drink, you have a lady friend over. She will dig this. And this is essentially something that you can make in your kitchen using stuff that you probably already have.
Right.
And look how fancy that is.
It looks fancy, doesn't it?
It will probably get you laid again.
I'm sure this is gonna be made again.
Wow, okay. So, I think we're gonna chow down because I don't know about you guys, but I want to go just dive in there.
Let's do it.
But I want to say thank you. We learned to
Yeah.
make chicken and waffles today with Giorgio.
That's me.
You guys should check him out at the Eating House. It is in the Gables, in the same place as Ponce Cafe.
Yeah.
And dude, thank you.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
the bomb. I high five you now because that looks amazing.
It
So
should be
on
cool.
behalf of Antisteez and Eating House,
Pretty wild.
this is
Fried chicken.
5 stuff.
Chicken and waffles. Let's try it, huh?